嘿，各位老师，各位同学，大家好，我是又高又健康，但没什么高见的高健。That's right, everybody. It's Skritter Jake, aka 高健老师, and I am here today for a Skritter update. This video is heavily inspired by James Clear's Thursday 321, a newsletter where he brings up 3 interesting concepts and ideas from him, 2 interesting concepts and ideas from others, and 1 question for you to ponder over the course of the week. I don't want to call it Skritter 321, but I might because it's just awesome. I love the format. I love seeing these things in my inbox. It inspired me to create this video today. So we are going to cover 3 things that are going on in the Skritter universe that I think you should be aware of. Hopefully you enjoy. We're gonna cover 2 things going on in the future, coming up, that you should get on your radar, that you might be interested in. And then we're gonna cover 1 question from me. First things first, I wanna highlight what's going on the Skritter Chinese Instagram page, where Ma Lao Shi, teacher Maria, Ma Lao Shi, who is one of our content creators and a brilliant, amazing, awesome teacher that used to be my 同事 and still is my 同事, but we used to teach together. Maria has been coming up with some amazing common learning tips, common mistakes. We've got some reels that are created. They're awesome.
About adverbial phrases and where to put them. As we mentioned, adverbial phrases are adding more information to the main verb. So it may
Willem edits these things amazing. We've got a lot more scheduled in the pipeline, more coming up soon, but if you are interested in grammar tips, I know some of you are because I read through your user surveys, which have been amazing, by the way. Go to our Instagram, check it out. We're also going to be trying to figure out new ways to share some of this creative content other places as well. For now, YouTube is a medium that I can leverage, and I want to do so. So if you are interested in grammar patterns, you're watching this right now, go check out our Instagram, and that's where we're going to be putting a lot of that content right now. It may even appear on here as shorts in some time, I'm not sure. But that's the first thing I want to highlight. All right, the next thing we have coming up is on YouTube. Very easy. We'll have a link in the description below. I'm kind of back on YouTube. The video that I uploaded, which was 2+ hours long of me going through and doing an italki review of my teacher, my lesson, getting ready for class. It's experimental, but I really want to start making some low stakes content, doing some editing, kind of taking the burden off of the rest of the team a little bit and doing something that I truly love, which is being an educator. I used to be a Chinese teacher. I taught for several years at weekend schools as a private tutor. I taught at university, spent a lot of time talking with the rest of the content team about various things that go on, but 没有那么多机会当老师，对吗？所以 I thought I would just start this channel back up, rebrand a little bit as Gao Jian, as my Chinese self, as Skritter Jake, and do some study, talk a little bit behind the scenes, things like that. I think there's some good, maybe long humor inside of there. But if you are interested, if you want to hang out with me and do some studying, I'm going to be posting a lot more videos here in the future. So be sure to check it out. And finally, here in the Skritter-verse, there's a deck that I want to recommend. We're gonna have a link in the description below, a smart link, so it'll open to the website. It'll open on the mobile application if you happen to be watching YouTube on your mobile phone. And it's a deck that I actually made that I think is super cool. So it's based on a YouTube comedy channel, Zhou QiMo Comedy. They have tons of insanely funny content. I happen to love this comedian here, Zhou QiMo. I made this deck, I went in, I picked out a bunch of key vocabulary. There's 41 words in here, which should basically allow you to follow along with some of the conversation. This deck is, to be honest, a little bit tailored toward me, but there is a YouTube video here that you can watch. In fact, let's give a little sample of it right now.
说实话呀，他从最开始就不信任我，很简单啊，就因为我是双子座。
It's got English subtitles. So I have added a lot of the key vocabulary in here that I think might be helpful and interesting to understanding the humor. It does have Chinese subtitles. It does have English subtitles. There is so much content on Zhou QiMo Comedy, and it's all solid gold. My wife and I sometimes Friday nights literally just sit on the couch and watch stand-up comedy for 2 to 3 hours in the evening. We just go through. I love these guys and these ladies. They are absolutely hilarious. They crush it. What I want to talk about is the fact that you can study this deck right now inside of Skritter using the link below. I think it's a really cool deck. I think it's a really fun, interesting, exciting way to explore Mandarin and explore the world of 脱口秀 talk shows in Chinese, because they are on the rise. Stand-up comedians are on the rise, and this content is just rock solid for studying. It also covers a lot of like daily life and expressions, but at native speed with comments and humor and things along the way. So great way to improve your listening skills, great way to improve your reading skills, great way to have a good laugh while you're studying. That's all for Skritter for this week. Let us know if this is enjoyable to you. I'm happy to do more of this stuff. I hope that we can also add some Japanese stuff in the future. In fact, I know there will be some Japanese stuff in the future. But this week I just want to focus on those 3 things because those are kind of 3 things that are going on in the Skritter-verse right now that I think would be cool. Next up, companies and other things that are in the pipeline. Outlier, our good friends John and Ash over at Outlier, the guys that provide the Outlier entries inside of the mobile application, currently 100% free to all of you that are using our apps. If you go on the info screen, they are launching a Learn to Read and Write Chinese Cursive course. This is something that I'm very interested in and will be enrolling in. This is something that I think many of you are probably interested in. I'm gonna let John do his thing and talk a little bit about it. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. You can go do that, but let's see what this course is about.
If you're learning Chinese and this hasn't happened to you yet, trust me, it will. Your friends or family member knows you're learning Chinese and they give you something and they ask you to read it. Or you're at a museum and you see a scroll with Chinese calligraphy and someone asks you what it says. Or maybe one of your native speaker friends writes something down for you.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's written in cursive and you can't read it. Then comes the dreaded sentence. Oh, I thought you knew Chinese.
Savage.
Emotional damage.
Well, in this course, I'm going to teach you how to read.
All right, if that doesn't have you hooked, I don't know what will. Emotional damage, seriously. So Outlier, they're putting this course together. Enrollment, course starts June 20th. Sign up now, you don't need to miss it. We're gonna have a link below. We are affiliated with Outlier. If you want to use our link to sign up and purchase this course, we get a little cut, which is fantastic, and it lets John and Ash and Outlier and Skritter know that this is a connection that you want to see more of. This is the kind of course I think that will be super complimentary. Hopefully we can get a Skritter deck going, or you can make one yourself, right? So check out Outlier, check out their course. Enrollment starts today. If you purchase, I know that you can watch anytime and study at your own pace. Like, you don't have to show up to the live streams. All right, next up we have some announcements from GoEast Mandarin, who we partner with and we're friends with. And one thing that's going to be coming up on the radar is actually a scholarship. And they're going to be giving out subscriptions to apps like Skritter, Do Chinese in the past, Hack Chinese in the past, and GoEast. This scholarship is for people that can't afford all of these online tools. That's what it was built for. We partnered with them last year. The results were absolutely fantastic and amazing. We gave away some Skritter subscriptions. We gave discounts on Skritter subscriptions. Just got an email from Emily that it's going to be happening again. And if you want to learn more about it and see a little bit about the winners, go onto their YouTube. Their content is really good. One last final thing for you that I want to ask you, a question of the week, and that is simply, have you studied today? Like, have you? Have you found yourself scrolling social media, looking at YouTube, looking at Instagram, looking at Facebook, looking at Twitter, and just been stuck in a rut that you didn't even realize? Maybe it's time to put those apps down and pick up your favorite app, Skritter. We got your back. You can study anytime, anywhere. And I know that's a little bit of an advert, but seriously, like, have you actually studied today? Because if you haven't and you're watching this video, that's cool, especially if you're gonna do it later. But if you have watched in this video and you're doing other things in life and you're gonna wake up tomorrow and wish that you studied, then I think it's time for you to stop watching this video and go study. Make it a part of your daily routine. Put a reminder on your phone. Tell your friends that you want accountability so that you can study every single day. And I think it'll help. So that's my question of the week. Have you studied today? If you have, let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, let us know in the comments below. If you want to check out some of the content that I recommended, check the links below, and we'll talk next time. 下次再见。谢谢大家。Peace.